Hi, so this is a video response to Let's Talk About Rick and Morty fans, bad fans, question mark, by Boogie2988. Oh God, I'm a fake fan. No, I love him. I love him, I love him. Don't worry, it's just makeup. I was just, messing around. So there's a few, things he said in his video that I wanted to reflect on from my perspective, like as a girl. Oh God, uh, we're starting off strong. No, but from maybe not so much a perspective that's personally offended by what Dan Harmon said, although I do find it interesting to hear what Boogie had to say about like how he felt when he was attacked like that. And there's a few things. Oh, I made little notes like a nerd. First of all, the female writers attacking female writers with threats. I think what got him so angry, Dan Harmon, was less maybe attacking them because you don't like the way they write, but there's this whole emotional side that is discussed in the third season, whether you like it or not. I mean, I enjoy parts of it. I like character development. That's why I love it. But it's a personal thing whether you think it's going too soft. But even though there might be female writers involved, it was Dan Harmon's and Justin Roiland's choice to go into this direction. And I feel like a lot of fans, I'm not gonna say particularly male fans or particularly straight male fans, because while I do think maybe a slight percentage or a higher percentage are straight and male, it does not have to mean that they are the only persons who have a problem with the third seasons. But I do think it was rather attacking the female writers with things like, oh, you had to go ahead and make it emotional. That's typically female writing. And you may not be from the industry. You may not have to do anything with the industry of like TV making, writing, and stuff, but I happen to know a little bit about it. And there are less female writers, and there are less female writers being employed because there's still the stigma around that they like turn it emotional, or they have to, or they write the characters in a feminine way, which I don't think happened at all in season 3, by the way. Like, the characters were very much like how I imagined them, but they were maybe going through some development, which is another thing I want to touch upon. The whole identifying with Rick is, for me, a difficult issue. And that's not to say, because I understand his nihilism, and I find his nihilism very interesting, and I do think at times I have identified with his nihilism or thought like he or saw the world like he saw it, and it is a solace to feel like that in a way. Like it feels good sometimes, but it's certainly not a goal. And Dan Harmon said it himself in a way that he sees a lot of things like Rick does, but then where Rick lacks the empathy to go into his family, back into, while he does see the bigger picture, he lacks the empathy to go back into the smaller picture and see who he's hurting, who he's destroying, that it's not so easy to just see like, it might be the easier thing to just see the bigger problem, but it is the braver thing in a way to address the smaller issues about you, and I think, like, and about how you see the world and how you perceive it. And I've been treated like shit, and I, like, for most of my youth, and I don't like I don't want to say, like, there are certainly people who had it worse, but like, yeah, but I realized at some point that it doesn't help me or others to keep on hating. And I feel like, in a way, the third season is kind of calling all the people who feel like Rick and feel good feeling like Rick, feel right feeling like Rick, feel proud in feeling like Rick, out. And I don't think that's bad. It's not bad feeling like Rick, but it would be better if you could try to not view the world like Rick views it, if you were stronger than him. And it was, I think, really nice to see his character in this situation. Now, maybe you don't like this. Maybe you like Rick to stay an asshole, but I think it's just lazy to say people, like, it's just, you will always have the first season to look back on. Always have this first season where he's an asshole and it's fine, and he's not gonna be the nice guy all of a sudden, no. But he's fucked up, and character development and going further with the seasons is just what they envisioned for Rick and Morty. And I think in a way you have to respect that. You can tell them that you don't like it, but it'd be shit if they, like, changed the direction they're going in because fans said they don't like the direction they're taking. Because what makes this show so great in the first place is that they did what they fucking wanted. Now, a last thing I wanted to say, and the whole straight white man, and why I think Dan Harmon attacked straight white man. It's certainly never all straight white men. And a lot of people are trying to learn, and I respect that so much. And I don't want to say but, because it's not a but. It's amazing. I think if there are some straight white men being unsensitive in a way, it might not even be, like, some people are assholes, but those people are just assholes. But then there are people who are doing it by accident. And these accidents, these insensitivities, happen maybe because they have never been, they might have been targeted, they might have been bullied, but they have never been put down specifically because of something they can't change about themselves that is bigger than just looks, and, like, that is bigger than what we all might have to deal with because, like, society shit. Like, straight white males will and have never have, like, I mean, sometimes by feminists who are taking it overboard. And while I do identify with the word in a sense, oh god, now you're coming for me, now you're triggered, but, like, there are feminists who are, like, attacking men for being a man, but that's what, and I don't want to say that they should do that, but it's in a way what we have been experiencing a lot. Like, just the fact that I a woman can write a season and people automatically assume she's the one making it emotional. Like, I would, like, have you ever seen, like, people complaining about male writers in this way? I've not. Like, I've not, and especially in nerd culture in a way, especially in, like, comics, and I work in a comic shop, and there are so many more male writers, and some do it they do it fantastically, like, but I don't see the difference between male and female writing, other than that I see less of it because it seems to be less popular with the people, and I think that's a problem. And like, as a straight white man, I know, but it will never be that you do everything right and then they'll come for you, just, you know, or that you're just doing your job. No, it will not never be, but it's less likely, and it's less likely that you have faced this kind of discrimination. And I think, in a way, that might be why you say insensitive stuff. And I'm not like being like, and I don't hate you for that. I just want to explain why I feel like Dan Harmon might have said that, because he felt like they are just bitching about, and they are attacking his female writers because and don't even understand what they're doing wrong. Although it's not all straight white men, although it's an umbrella term that is harsh, but I feel like he's just had it up to here, and I get that, and I've never been the one to say men are pigs, and because I just hate generalization in a way, but I get it. Yeah. So I hope to discuss in the comment section. I think, like, because you're most likely coming from Boogie's channel, that I think Boogie's channel is a great, like, place for discussion. There's so many different people. Like, there's men's rights activists, women's rights activists, left and right political points of view, and I like to read them all because I just like to know what's on. So if you want to leave a comment, leave a comment. Goodbye.